This is the brief on the explosive confrontation between Mu Chen and Mo Tian. So this showdown, it started as a duel, Mu Chen versus Mo Tian, but wow, it escalated fast. We're talking about something that nearly dragged three huge ancient clans into a massive war, forcing them to pull out legendary, world-ending artifacts. Seriously high stakes. Okay, first takeaway. Mu Chen showed off some incredible new power. He used this technique called Eternal Seal World, something he got from the great ruler's inheritance. Think of it like this giant sphere that traps even top-tier fighters, these heavenly sovereigns, right? It traps them in ancient time, basically turning them to dust. And yeah, he managed to trap Mo Tian's powerful divine demon body with it. Second, Mo Tian was cornered. He couldn't break free. So what does he do? He whips out his clan's ultimate defense, the Great Fire Water Vessel. Now, this isn't just any artifact. It's a saint-grade weapon, something they only use for, apocalyptic threats to their whole clan. It instantly countered Mu Chen's technique, showing just how desperate Mo Tian was. And finally, things got so heated they had to be stopped. Right away, two big things happened. Mu Chen cleverly used some leftover energy from the Wangu Pagoda to just absorb the super dangerous fire-water vessel. Gone. Then, bam, the Demon Slayer King Tian pops in using the Myriad Realm Bell. He's from the Great Thousand Palace, and he basically ordered everyone to stand down before a full-blown war erupted between the Muhe, Futu, and Tailing clans. So Mu Chen's bold move basically won him the tactical round, proved he's a major player now, and forced everyone to hit the brakes and make peace.
This is the brief on the Great Thousand World, where 49,000 years of defense are about to run out of time. So picture this. A nasty internal conflict between powerful factions gets instantly shut down. Why? Because King Tian, an elite demon slayer king, arrives with an urgent message. An existential threat looms from the outer territory devil clans. Priorities? Just changed, big time. Let's break down what this urgent mobilization is all about. First, the Great Thousand Palace asserted absolute authority to force stability. King Tian, a genuine demon slayer king, a title earned by slaying a major threat called a devil sovereign, intervened in a dispute between Mu Chen and the Mohe tribe. Backed by the mighty Fire Heaven and War Heaven emperors, he forced the tribe to concede the vital ancient eternal great sovereign body to Mu Chen. Unity over politics, basically. Second, this intervention was just a prelude. King Tian's real mission? Mobilizing defenses. He delivered the Grand Thousand Gold Invitation Card, reserved only for the absolute highest tier of power, the Sheng stage Heaven Sovereigns. This mass gathering is critical because the Outer Territory Devil clans are actively prepping for war. Finally, an assembly is set for 3 months from now. This is the final shot at destroying the sealed Outer Territory Devil Emperor. This mega-powerful enemy was sealed 49,000 years ago by the Eternal Heaven Emperor. An alliance has met every 1,000 years since just to maintain that seal. But this 49th meeting? It's the last one. If it fails, the Great Thousand World faces catastrophe, and there's no ancient protector this time. With the Devil Emperor's sealed power peaking, the fate of the Great Thousand World now hinges entirely on this final gathering.
This is the brief on the impending conflict between the Grand Thousand World and the interdimensional demon empire. Okay, so what's the situation? Well, the source material dives into this kind of final dark gathering. Think all 32 great demon tribes from the interdimensional demon empire getting together. And why? They're prepping for a massive invasion of the Grand Thousand World, really soon. It's basically a fight for survival for both sides. So let's break down the key things you need to know. First, the threat is right now. These 32 tribes, they're uniting under Demon Master Sheng Tian, and they plan to kick off this Grand Alliance Pact conflict again in just 3 months. Their endgame? Complete takeover of the Grand Thousand World. See, they need to do this to avoid being, purified or dissipated themselves.
And they want to free their old leader, the demon god emperor, who's been sealed away. Second, who's going to stop them? The main resistance comes down to two absolute powerhouses in the Grand Thousand World. We're talking the Flame Emperor and the War Emperor. Now, the demons know they probably can't win head-on. Even Demon Master Sheng Tian admits his super strong divine demon flame isn't enough against the Flame Emperor. So their plan? Hit the Wu Jing and Wu Long domains hard, basically trying to pin these two heroes down so they can't interfere elsewhere. Finally, where's our guy Mu Chen in all this? He stepped up, now a true supreme martial artist, founder of the Mu Mansion. He actually proposes to his love, Lua Li. She's the divine maiden of the Tai Ling clan, and she accepts, but here's the kicker. She makes the wedding conditional. They gotta get through this insane upcoming conflict first. So yeah, you've got the fate of a whole world and this really personal promise all hanging in the balance. This next battle is gonna decide everything.
This is the brief on the escalating conflict in the Great Thousand World. Okay, so, the worst fears? They've pretty much come true. After tens of thousands of years of quiet, the dimensional demon empire is back with a vengeance. They're launching these aggressive attacks, and yeah, it looks like those catastrophic bloody wars from way back are starting all over again. So what do you really need to know about this huge conflict? We've got three big things for you. First up, these aren't random raids. No. The Demon Empire is hitting hard, aiming right for key strongholds like Wujing territory and Wu territory. And guess who's holding the line? We're talking the biggest names. The Fire Empire, Shaoyan, and the martial ancestor, Lin Dong. They're right there, battling armies led by three top demon sovereigns. All right, second point. Let's shift focus a bit to this rising power, Mu Chen. He's managed to pull together all the forces on his continent, Tian. Yeah, they're all backing him now, recognizing him as the real leader there. So he's gearing up his followers for the fight, but first, he's got this really critical mission he has to go on. And finally, where's he headed? It's a place called North Desolate Hill, also known as the Desolate Territory. Why is it so important? Well, this is where the legendary immortal emperor actually sacrificed himself, like ages ago, to seal away the big bad, the demon emperor. Mu Chen's going there to basically repeat history, kinda. It's part of this ancient treaty, the Great Thousand Alliance Treaty. He needs to perform this ritual, using these massive coffin seals, to keep that demon emperor locked up and, save everything. So yeah, the stakes couldn't be higher, as all the world's powers unite against this ancient nightmare, a threat that took the ultimate sacrifice just to contain last time around.
This is the brief on the Multiverse Alliance Treaty meeting. So picture this. The absolute top experts from the Great Thousand World, think like god-tier powerhouses. They've all gathered inside this crazy powerful spiritual weapon, the Multiverse Palace. Why? Well, they're facing this ancient, world-ending threat, the leftover energy of the evil demon emperor. It's been around for ages. Okay, so what's the main scoop here? First off, it's crunch time. They're finally ready to activate this super old magical formation, the 1,000 Demon Light Extinguishing Array. It was set up way back by the Eternal Divine Emperor. And get this, it's strong enough to vaporize even the highest level beings out there, these saint-level heavenly sovereigns. Activating it means finally getting rid of this demon emperor threat for good. Second, our young hero, Mu Chen, yeah, he just got a major promotion. He was given a golden seat, which is usually just for the absolute top rulers. It's partly because he's a known demon-slaying king, but the big reason? He's the heir to this legendary power source, the eternal great divine body. And boom, just like that, a big leader, Elder Pusi, bows down and says his whole elite army, the 10,000 Graves Guardians, now answer to Mu Chen. Huge power boost, instantly making him as influential as the oldest empires. Finally, they really have to act now. These demon clans from other dimensions, they're attacking the borders, which actually kept some key allies away, like the Fire and Martial Divine Emperors. But almost half the world's biggest hitters are there, including the super strong green sword deity, King Shan. So the alliance has to pull a trigger on that formation and lock down peace immediately. So yeah, with Mu Chen stepping up and the demons literally at the door, the entire fate of the Great Thousand World hangs on what happens next.